Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis, and breaking scoreboard. Simone of the Olympics, defense and big business. The Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. Man, what's really good? You feel me? It's been a while, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. I ain't talked to a few of y'all in a couple minutes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been but man, let's really talk about it, okay? Cleveland sports has been interesting all offseason. At least, well, all year. I'm just gonna start from 2022. Cleveland sports has been all year. I mean, we started off with the Cavs looking so good, and then we got into the Browns off season, and they off season looking pretty nice, and I mean, it's been going. You know what I'm saying? It's a few things though. I want to discuss. Before I even get into what the show about today, okay, I gotta address a few things. Shout out to Kevin Love for winning Sixth Man of the Year. I didn't really check to see if Darius Garland won Most Improved, but I would argue he should have definitely got Most Improved. Evan Mobley did not win Rookie of the Year. Scotty Barnes won Rookie of the Year. So I feel some type of way. But it's hard for me to really go crazy about the situation because I got to keep things in perspective. All right. Scotty Barnes, forward center for the Toronto Raptors, has won Rookie of the Year for 2022. Do I feel like he's deserving of the award? Yes. Do I feel like he's the most deserving of the is he the most deserving of the award? No. But he is deserving of it. Toronto was a bad team last year. Even though half their team then been to the finals and won a ring. It was a bad team last year. Scotty Barnes made them. He definitely contributed to making them a threat. They went from 9th place all year and ended up with the 6th seed in the playoffs. That has to be considered. You know what I'm saying? He was top 5, top 3 in a lot of categories. That has to be considered. So shout out to Scotty Barnes for winning. But the fact that Mobley didn't win this award and he was clear cut by far the best rookie is mind blowing. At the same token, why I got to keep it consistent is the same reason Scotty Barnes won is the same reason why Evan Mobley lost. When 2022 started, the Cavs had already won 22 games. They probably had lost about 10, 11. here we are going into a full 4 months into the year, and the Cavs finished the year with a 44-38 record. Now, most of us, that's a good record. But the fact that they were 35-21, the fact that they were 35-21 and didn't make the playoffs has to count against something. Somebody was losing out. Kevin Love winning Sixth Man of the Year. I don't even see how this was even a competition. Dude was putting up 30 points in 15 minutes type shit. 25 points in 14 minutes type shit. Double doubles in under 20 minutes type shit. Like, that's $30 million coming off the bench, a serviceable impact role. That's most definitely led to you Sixth Man of the Year. So I like that Kevin Love won. I'm hoping that Garland wins the Most Improved. I feel like we should have had a trifecta this year, but had we actually got into the playoffs without getting into the play-in, or made the playoffs even with the play-in, I think everybody on the Cavs wins their award. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like the fact that not only Evan Mobley, he missed quite a few games going towards that end of the run, and to be fair, K Lightweight did outplay him in one of those games, and Scotty outplayed him in a game too. Or I think he might have not played one game Scotty got off. Whatever the case, though, as much as I'm mad Evan Mobley did not win, that's fuel for him to come back next year and be dog and shit. So I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Young Garland, he gonna come back next year and do his thing, But this ain't a Cavs stream. I just seen some of the news, so I just wanted to speak on that. All right. I just seen this for the first time. So let's talk about what I'm here for. We talk about these Browns, baby. It is like 6 days before the draft, and speculations are going around crazy. I mean, it's already been one of the most dramatic NFL off seasons in a long time. All right, big names moving everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Player acquisitions, and it's so real. I mean, it's so many major moves happening that a lot of the minor moves is not even really getting publicized like that, which is crazy because a lot of these minor moves would be major moves in another offseason. So that just tell you the magnitude of movement that's been going on for the NFL. However, we ain't seen shit yet. The draft is 6 days away, man. The draft is in Las Vegas. If I'm not mistaken, the draft is in Las Vegas this year, right? Oh, man, Vegas gonna be smacking. Hopefully, none of the players, none of the prospects or their entourages go out in Vegas and do something stupid. Please don't. Don't mess up the weekend, all right? Let Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday go with no BS, okay? But, man, when I tell you this draft about to be crazy, it's going to be a lot of trades going on in this draft. A lot of trades, bro. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's going to be at least 5, but I think it might be up to 20 trades in this draft. I'm going to say at least 5, but I think it can get up to 20 potential trades in this draft. Whether that be people trading into the first round, trading out of the first round, it's definitely going to be a lot of movement between rounds 3, 4, and 5 to kind of get players that's falling. But 2, it's a lot of teams with players they would like to move. And depending on how the draft board fall, it's a lot of people that might be moving. So let's start with our hometown Browns. All right. Browns got the 44th pick, the 78th pick, the 99th pick, pick 118, and then a few more picks in the end of the draft. But the picks that's going to matter the most, 44, 78, and 19. Those picks are starter or rotation player picks. So the big question is, what's going to happen with Baker Mayfield? I'm lightweight tired of this question, bro. I watched the Andrew Berry pre-draft presser, and I gotta say this again. All these people in the Cleveland sports media that get a chance to actually talk to the people making decisions within our sports franchises, and this is the best y'all can do. Y'all got degrees, notoriety. These is the best questions y'all can ask. I mean, even to the point where Andrew Berry has to highlight when y'all actually ask a good question. This is crazy. Tell me I'm tripping. Okay, tell me I'm tripping. Because this shit not making no sense to me, dog. I don't really understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask a good question. Oh, because I'm sharing, so you gotta excuse that. Like, I don't really understand. Y'all asking 45 questions about Baker Mayfield. Why the fuck y'all ain't asking Baker Mayfield? I think it's a big indictment on Cleveland media that Baker spent all this time here and he gave his exclusive to his buddy on the couch and not the Cleveland media. I would also like to say that outside of Baker Mayfield's own stupid decision making, the Cleveland media is a part of the reason why Baker's trade value ain't shit. Y'all argue with him, y'all talk shit about him, and then y'all expect the Browns to get a nice pick back. Now, I think they will, but y'all not helping. And to be honest, y'all really never help the team. Y'all just don't. Man, Andrew Berry was up there for a whole 30 minutes, and they asked him 14 Baker questions. And then got mad because he wouldn't give you anything. He's been a general manager for 3 off seasons now. He never gives you anything. So what are you tripping off of? This notion that the Browns should give Baker away and eat his money. That just tells me, it's just even more than proves the fact that, man, y'all people don't care about Cleveland sports. Y'all don't give 2 shits about Cleveland sports, bro. Y'all be on some old, I don't even know how to, y'all be on some bullshit. Just, bro, a franchise quarterback is making $40 to $50 million. At worst, 30, 35. So a placeholder quarterback is making around 14 to 15. Back up. All right. Mitchell Trubisky got like a 2-year, $30 million deal. Jameis Winston got the same thing. Those number 1 and number 2 picks from like 6, 7 years ago. Baker is the number 1 overall pick from like 4 years ago. How is $18 million too much money for a starting quarterback? All these people get up here and say Baker is among the top 32 best quarterbacks in the league active right now. But you're suggesting that nobody wants to pay $18 million for him. On top of the fact that people trying to sell that it ain't really a franchise day one starter in this draft when it comes to the quarterback position. So are you saying, I just want to know, are you saying that Baker is not attractive for a second or third round pick? I'm just trying to get with the logic. He's one of the 32 best, one of the top 32. All right, whether he's in the 20s or not, that's for debate. But he's one of the top 32. He's 26. He's on the last year of his rookie deal. It's the only money he got guaranteed to him. And that's too much money to eat? How is that too much money to eat? How is that too much money to trade for? I'm sorry. How is that too much money to trade for? This is how you know the Cleveland hate be real when it comes to the national media. Because they shit just don't be making no sense. So what they try to do is, because most of these people like other teams outside of Cleveland, they're always going to suggest Cleveland the bullshit so their teams could capitalize. I'm going to tell you right now, Baker asked to sit at home all year. We wouldn't care. Baker asked to be on this roster and play his $18 million out here. Or they could do him like they did OBJ and let him stay on the roster for like 10 games, 11 games, then release him. So if you is playing the weight game and you think you're not going to give up at least something kind of significant for Baker, Baker ass won't play no football this year. I'm going to just tell you that right now. All right? Now, and I'm going to say that because you don't think our Andrew Berry know people try to play hardball with the Browns, with Cleveland teams, period, but with the Browns? Do you not see some of the trades he done pulled off? What makes you think he can't get a second or third for Baker? What makes you think? Like, I'm just trying to understand the logic where it's not a franchise quarterback in this draft, but a team is going to decide to draft one of those players in the first round and not take Baker with a second or third? I just be trying to understand y'all logic, man. It just don't make no sense to me. I ain't been the Baker supporter like that. But as I've said on numerous occasions, if Baker shows the ability to read defenses, Baker is a top 5 quarterback in this league. Right now, he's top 10 for sure. But with his arm talent and his guts, you know what I'm saying, he a top 5. But I do understand not being able to read defenses is a big thing. I don't think Baker's uncoachable. You just got to get the right coach around him. Take Lincoln Riley, for example. What type of coach is Lincoln Riley? Players coach. You know what I'm saying? Gets the most out of his guys. You rile them up. I understand that's college. But you still got to do the same thing in the NFL. You got to coach your players up, or, have that relationship with your quarterback. So that way, he go out there and perform at his best. Baker didn't perform at his best with the Cleveland Browns because he don't fit the Cleveland Browns. And that's just the reality. You look at all the quarterbacks in our division, Baker was the oddball. You look at all the rosters in our division. If one of those other quarterbacks in our division was on our team with that roster we had last year, we've been doing way bigger things. But Baker in the dome, Baker playing somewhere sunny, we're sunny all the time, I think that's a good fit for Baker. On top of that, outside of Malik Willis, bro, I don't even know what y'all see. Like, the quarterback hype be so real. My initial predictions about the draft is that a quarterback don't go in the first round. I will alter that a little bit and say Malik Willis should definitely go in the first round. But I wouldn't be shocked if he fell to 2. You know what I'm saying? Now, it doesn't serve the Browns any good interest at 44 if no quarterback goes in the first round. Because that means a lot of position players then left, right? And I mean, this draft is deep on receivers and defensive ends, offensive tackles, offensive linemen for the most part. Offensive tackles, defensive linemen for the most part. Quite a few secondary guys in here. I mean, it's the running backs ain't even getting ball. There's a couple nice running backs in the draft. But what I ultimately think the Browns will do at 44 is they probably gonna do best player available. I think though, even though Andrew Berry wouldn't say this, he said something that was real interesting. He was asked about the defensive tackle position. Wasn't the greatest question, but it was a great topic. And he said, you know, we got some young guys on here that's been in the system for a couple years. You know, and he want to let them guys get a shot. That does not mean he's not going to bring in some type of competition. Now, he already brought in Taven Bryan, and I think that move was getting so underplayed, and I think that's going to be a real impactful move for these Browns in the 22-23 season. But I could see the Browns going defensive tackle at 44 because I feel like it's going to be a couple nice defensive tackles there that we need. A guy that's been brought to my attention is this Travis Jones guy. Man, this is a big dude. He got some power, and he got a little athletic. He got a nice little burst off that line. 6'5", 320, 325. We need that. You put him in there with Taven, 6'6", 6'5", defensive tackles. You got 6'4", 6'5", defensive ends. Man, your defensive line big as shit. All right? And for the smaller type of linebackers that we seem to have, that works perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's something for Baker. That's a fact, healthy alien. That's a fact. If he in some sunny weather or something, he gonna play a lot better. I mean, everybody can't play well in this Browns weather, and these because it's so unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? You know, we still got to see how Deshaun gonna play, but Baker definitely in sunny weather is probably a good move. So I won't be surprised if he goes to the NFC. I'm almost positive he'll go to the NFC. But that defensive tackle position for the Browns, that is like the biggest priority. Even though the front office ain't saying it, that's the biggest priority. And if you ask me, the second one is linebacker, middle linebacker. I just don't feel like we have the type of middle linebacker we need in this division. There's a few guys out there that's probably gonna be around them in that second, that third and fourth round for sure. Like is it Troy Armstrong from I don't think it was Montana. That boy gonna be a dog. Perrion Riffrey, defensive tackle. That boy gonna be a dog. Now I think Perrion play a little high. I think he don't play with enough leverage. Like he need to be able to get lower and come up. You know, so I think he still play a little high. I feel like his butt in the air being too high in the air is gonna throw off his balance. You know what I'm saying? Forever how strong he is if your balance, it don't matter how strong you is. If you don't got balance, if you can't control, then your strength means nothing because you don't got no coordination. So, but I like Perrion. I like Leo Chenal too from Wisconsin. The Browns will take a receiver, but I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't go second or third round for the receiver. Because the Browns, it's still a lot of options at receiver. Whether the Browns trade for one post draft, whether they draft one, whether they sign a veteran that's gonna give them a nice price to retain their services or to acquire their services. You still got a lot of options though. And then when you got a good quarterback, it's kind of lightweight easier to find receivers to play a role. And I think about Tom Brady. Tom Brady played with top receivers a couple times. Not a lot, just a couple times. And when he did, they were unstoppable. But even when he had just like regular receivers, they did really good. I mean, David Patton, you know what I'm saying? Deion Branch was a wonder at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he done had a lot of guys, and a lot of guys he done helped get their status up. So, like I say, when it comes to receivers, it just depends on the type of quarterback you got and the type of offense you're trying to run. You know what I'm saying? But getting into more draft shit, not even just with the Browns. Because in order to kind of see where the Browns gonna go, you got to kind of predict what these other teams gonna do a little bit. So we can venture into that, right? Like the top 5, which is Jacksonville, Detroit, Houston, the Jets, and the Giants. And then Carolina at 6, and then the Giants again at 7. A report came out that said the Jacksonville Jaguars might take Aiden Richardson with the first pick. It's kind of hard for me to believe that when they got Josh Allen. But it's not unheard of or outrageous to think that they might. If they thinking, if I pair Aiden with Josh, I got a nice edge for a while. But I seriously think that report came out so they could try to bait Detroit into trading up. Even if it's just one pick. Acquiring another pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars would definitely help them out for a long-term rebuild. They getting Travis Etienne back. He gonna be with James Robinson. You got Trevor Lawrence over there. You just signed Christian Kirk. Didn't they get Marvin Jones last year or something? You know what I'm saying? You brought over Evan Ingram. Man, the Jaguars looking kind of nice. But I still think they need an offensive lineman. So whether that be guard or tackle, I feel like that's what they about to take. They gonna take an offensive line. Detroit is said and predicted to take Aiden Richardson. But I lightweight think if anybody gonna draft Malik Willis in the top 5, it's gonna be Detroit. Could I see Carolina drafting Malik Willis at number 6? I could. But if Carolina is set on trying to trade for Baker, they're not going to use that pick. Their receivers right now are DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and that's it. So, bro, I think Carolina might go receiver. I feel like if they know that they're gonna trade for Baker, it's all gonna be about having talent around you. I don't know what they offensive. No, I did actually. Shout out to the homegirl Sheena, reporter for the Carolina, like one of the beat writers for Carolina Panthers. She is very knowledgeable, and it's been a pleasure to be able to interact with her. So it's a big shout out to Sheena. Um, but I mean, it's a lot of good offensive linemen in this draft, so I would not be shocked if Carolina took an offensive lineman with 6. Somebody that's gonna actually, kind of one of them surefire picks, kind of like, especially with McCaffrey coming back, and you thinking even whatever quarterback they got, whoever they choose to run with, they're gonna need some type of protection. So you gotta excuse my phone. So I can see them taking a lineman there. Houston at 3. Bro, they might take Thibodeau. I think Thibodeau could go at 3, but I also think a receiver could go at 3. I think a receiver could go as high. The first receiver off the board could go at 3 or 4. Worst case scenario, the first receiver off the board goes at 7. Because I don't. Well, no, not 7. At 8. Because when it comes to the Giants at 5 and 7, I think the Giants go offensive lineman and bro. So the Giants got a nice little team. It's not like they team trash. Like they actually got some pieces over there. But they offensive line suck and they linebackers suck. So I'm thinking that Evan Neal, I think, is from my Alabama. I want to say he's going to Jacksonville, but if he doesn't go to Jacksonville, I could see the Giants doing something crazy like Neal at 5, and then Nakobe Dean at 7. The Jets drafted a quarterback last year. They drafted an offensive tackle the year before. So I think this year they go defense. They lost May. They traded Jamal Adams. So Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame. I can see him going forward to the Jets. I mean, they got C.J. Mosley in the middle. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple guys at corner. They got I could see C.J. Mosley. I mean, not C.J. Kyle Hamilton, K. Hamilton going to them at 4. Then you go 8, 9, 10. You got. It's gonna be a really interesting draft, yo. I know I'm just like freelance, but this draft gonna be so interesting, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like 5 to 20 trades, somewhere between 5 and 20. I know that's a big number difference, but it's gonna be at least 5 trades. It can get up to 20 trades because players in the second round and the 4th to begin in the 5th round have so much of a similar skill set to the guys that's going in the first round. It really just depends on how the board falls. Like, I think the draft starts when the first quarterback comes off the board. Whenever the first quarterback comes off the board, that sets the tone for the whole rest of the draft. Because quarterback is such an important position. When the first quarterback go, that's when the draft gonna start. I could really see Detroit. Well, it depends. Jared Goff got a big ass contract, bro. And if I'm Detroit and I know that I'm probably gonna suck another year, I don't take a quarterback this year. I take the best player on my board. If Aiden is the best player on their board, they take him. But I will argue that Detroit need to take a receiver. I will argue that Detroit can get a good pass rusher in the second round, and Detroit should take a receiver, or at the end of the first, and Detroit should take a receiver. Now that begs the question: who do I think is the first receiver should go off the board? In my opinion, Chris Olave should be the first receiver off the board. In my opinion, outside of Jamison Williams having the year he had, Chris Olave was the best receiver in college. I will argue Garrett Wilson was too. And to me, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Jamison Williams in that order should be the first three receivers off the board. You know what I'm saying? Treylon Burks, he nice. Drake London, nice. But none of them are the top three. Speed, agility, route running, separation. Those guys don't do it like those guys, in my opinion. And I could be State biased, but man, we did have guys like Joey Galloway, David Boston, Terry Glenn. You know, I mean Curtis Samuel, Terry McLaughlin still doing shit. Santonio Holmes. I mean, it's not like Ohio State don't give up nice ass receivers. You know what I'm saying? But this year, though, for sure, those three receivers were the best receivers in college football last year. College football. I hope I didn't say basketball. College football last year. So, like I say, those three should be the first three off the board. When it comes to edge rushers, Hutchinson, Thibodeau. I mean, those two stand out to me. What's old boy name? David Lloyd, the linebacker from Utah. He stand out to me. He nice as fuck. He ain't making out the first. Jordan Davis, Devontae Wyatt, Jordan Davis. I'm going to argue that Jordan Davis might be the best, arguably the best defensive player in this draft. Sauce Gardner is going to be a dog. I'm going to say Sauce Gardner is going to be a dog, bro. Whoever gets Sauce got something. I mean, could you imagine Sauce going to Detroit, playing opposite of my boy from O State? What's my boy name? It ain't Uncle Four. I don't want to fuck his name up. Man, could you just see? I mean, even if Sauce could go, bro, Sauce could go 7 to the Giants. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. They lost Bradbury. You know what I'm saying? They just lost Jabril. You know what I'm saying? But they got it Xavier McKinney. You know what I'm saying? They got Sauce going 7. He could go 5th. He can go 5th and then go offensive lineman at 7. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna go offense defense at 5 and 7. I don't think nobody gonna trade the Giants for that 5th pick because I don't think 5 and 7 are prominent positions. I think that's something they're gonna let the league just be like the Giants, y'all, whatever y'all do, y'all gotta fuck that up on y'all own. We ain't getting involved. It's a lot of teams that need receivers though, bro. All right, like I say, Jacksonville could use another receiver. The Lions need receivers. The Texans need receivers. The Jets could use another receiver. The Giants about the only team who don't need a receiver. Carolina could use another receiver. The Eagles could use another receiver. The Bears need a receiver. The Packers need a receiver. The Chiefs need a receiver. Baltimore needs a receiver. The Colts need a receiver. I'm just going to go out on them on here and say at least 6 receivers go in the first round. Olave, Wilson, Williams, Burks, London, Watson. Outside chance, Carl Pickens and Sky Moore go in the first round too. But I think those second round guys, like those last 3, either two of them could end up in the second round, but one of them going in the first. Watson, Moore, or Pickens, one of them going in the first. Outside of, but Olave, Wilson, London, Williams, Burks, all of them going in the first. So that's 5 out of the 13. All of them going in the first. Every last one of them. And that, so it's gonna be real interesting to see when that first quarterback on the board. That's like when that first QB drop. Let me pull up the draft. Let me pull up the NFL draft order, man. So I ain't even pulled that shit up. I'm just talking freelance. You feel me? Let me go ahead and pull this up right quick for y'all one time. Let me pull up the draft order, NFL draft. Let's go. So right now I'm gonna pull up the ESPN mock draft. Okay. Let's go. Here we go. So by another round, they gotta shut us down about an hour ago. So the draft start next Thursday, which is most likely I'm off because I'm usually off on Thursdays. We probably gonna do something pre-draft. I ain't gonna sit up with y'all on the draft for a whole 2-3 hours because I ain't gonna want to just talk about the draft, and I can't stream it and watch it with y'all while I talk about it. I'm gonna figure out something though. I think it's gonna be pre-draft, but we gonna see how that work out because we could watch the draft together. It might just be interesting to see for y'all to see my natural reactions from these picks and shit. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's run through a little quick. All right. So Jacksonville number 1. They got best player available, Aiden Hutchinson, and Akim Ekwonu, the old tackle from NC State, old tackle Evan Neal, Kyle Hamilton, it's Kyle. Kyle Hamilton, a safety from Notre Dame, he 4. Sauce Gardner 5th, Garrett Wilson 6th, Thibodeau 7th, Travon Walker, which is the defensive end from Georgia, he 8th, Drake London 9th, Jermaine Johnson 10th, Derek Stingley, Nakobe Dean 12th. All right, Lloyd 12th. So hear what I'm saying about the quarterbacks, right? The highest rated quarterback on this ESPN board is Malik Willis, and he's not till pick 21. Kenny Pickett is next, and he's at pick 22. This just rankings, though. This is where I'm going. I don't think he's big enough. I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen. I've been saying this, and I'm gonna stick with it. Jacksonville #1 pick is Evan Neal. Is the 6'8", 337-pound #2 ranked prospect, #3 ranked prospect from Alabama. He going first, bro. He going #1. You know why he going #1? Because for one, Jacksonville needs a dominant blocker on that line. For two, they quarterback 6'6". So when you got a chance to draft a 6'8" tackle to protect his blind side, something you just can't pass up on. So Evan Neal goes #1. Detroit is #2. Let me see how many picks Detroit got in the first round. Detroit only got 1 pick in the first round? Detroit, hello? What happened? Did my shit black
Yeah,
out?
you blacked out for a second.
Oh,
You
yeah?
good?
Oh, man, that might be my sign.
Yeah, but I think Detroit got 2. I think they got like the 34th pick or something. What's that? Oh no, who's that?
That's the second round.
Yeah, in the second round. Yeah.
So they got 2 in the second. Okay. So if Malik, no, come back. Come back. Bro, if Detroit got the second pick in the first round, then the second pick and the last pick in the second round, which means they get 3 picks inside the top 64. This shit gonna sound crazy, but in order for them to avoid, yeah, because they took a cornerback 2 years ago. They took an offensive lineman last year. So yeah, so because this draft so deep at position players, I think Detroit could take Malik Willis #2, bro. Malik is a mobile quarterback who they say like Vic 2.0. He in Detroit playing in the dome, bro. Jared Goff on like the last year of his deal anyway. I think Detroit could go Malik Willis #2, and that's what I'm doing. So I got Evan Neal going 1 to Jacksonville. I got Malik Willis going 2. What you think? Oh, he gone. All right. So, look at him. That's Mel Kiper. Let me see. Go ahead. You can scroll it up. Go ahead and scroll it. So, see what he got going on. Yeah, because I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Malik goes 2. They got Aiden Hutchinson going #1. I just don't agree with Mel Kiper there. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't see. I don't agree with him there. I think Malik go 2. Aiden Richardson goes to Houston at 3. At that point, you know what? To be honest, everything in me say to just take a receiver at 4. I don't think that. I mean, they should go defensive back right there because that's what I was just talking about. But if they go defensive back right there, it's gonna be Kyle Hamilton. It's not gonna be it's gonna be Kyle Hamilton. Once Malik Willis comes off the board, it's gonna be a lot of teams willing to trade out the first round. Or trade for a quarterback that they know they can kind of wiggle with. And this is where I think Andrew Berry got his money on, personally, when it comes to Baker Mayfield. Because, I mean, yeah. So I'm going Neal at 1, Willis at 2, Hutchinson at 3, Kyle Hamilton at 4. This other offensive lineman from NC State, he gonna go at 5. Carolina might try to trade that pick. If they don't trade that pick, they not if they don't trade that pick, damn, bro. A receiver ain't gonna go that high, huh? I was just saying I can see a receiver go that high. 6 might be the pick for receiver. Because once the 2 tackles come off, Hutchinson, Neal, and Willis come off, Carolina don't have no need for no cornerback. They already got some raw corners down there. They got to address other positions. They got DJ Moore. He a speedster. So I think that kind of take Chris Olave out the equation. I think they would go big receiver. So I think Drake London go right there at 6. If the board fall away that I'm predicting, Neal at 1, Willis at 2, Hutchinson at 3, Hamilton at 4. The offensive tackle from NC State, because I don't want to mess his name, Akeem. I'm gonna just say Akeem because that's his first name. The offensive tackle Akeem, he go 5. I think Drake London to go 6. Sauce Gardner go 7. Kayvon Thibodeau will probably end up going 8 to the foul. Ooh. Arthur Smith is the guy over there. Mariota over there with Kyle Pitts. Drake London go off the board. You know what? You know what, bro? I could definitely. I'm gonna go ahead and leave Garrett Wilson right there then. So we're gonna go Garrett Wilson at 8. At 9 with Seattle, they're gonna go with Kayvon Thibodeau because he's still on the board. They need pass rushing. They was using Jamal Adams as their pass rusher, so he would go off there. At 10, I think the Jets. I was saying I just said the Jets will probably go receiver too. So at 10, I think the Jets will probably go with Chris Olave. But it's a good chance they might go with Jameson Williams, even though he's still coming off injury. But I think though Chris Olave will go right there. The Commanders. Damn, man. See, they don't need that though. They defensive line fire. They don't need that. Not Washington. But Washington. So they Washington could go receiver right there though. That's so crazy. But I think because it's Ron Rivera, they would go Stingley. I think they go Stingley, the Commanders. So just to go back through my top 10, Neal at 1 at Jacksonville, Willis the 2 at Detroit, Hutchinson the 3 at Houston, uh, Kyle Hamilton 4 to the Jets, Akeem to the Giants at 5, Drake London to Carolina 6, Sauce Gardner to the Giants at 7, Garrett Wilson to the Falcons at 8, Kayvon Thibodeau to Seattle at 9, uh, Chris Olave to the Jets at 10, Derek Stingley, cornerback, the Commanders at 11. This where it gets real interesting. But I think Minnesota would go Jordan Davis. Well, they do need some secondary help. But with the top ranked secondary guys going off the board, I don't know if they would take. I don't know if if they would. I mean, Trent McDuffie is the 14th ranked player on the board. The Vikings pick at 12, so that's not a reach. But they got Danielle Hunter, and then they just brought over who was that defensive end they just brought over there to pair with Danielle. Whoever the case is, I'll remember in a second. Whatever the case, man, part of me want to put a linebacker right there. I mean, part of me say they will take Nakobe Dean. They don't need receivers. They don't need a running back. There is no tight end that high. Offensive lineman, maybe. But they took an offensive lineman last year. So let's go Trent McDuffie. Let's say they go Trent McDuffie at 12. Houston pick again at 13. They took Aiden Hutchinson. So I mean, would it be impossible that they take Jermaine Johnson right here at defensive end and pair him and Hutchinson on that defense for the future? Do I want to say that? Or, I mean, they got Brandon Cooks. They don't really got, ain't too many running backs rated that high. I will argue they still need offensive linemen. So let's go Charles Cross, offensive lineman out of Mississippi State. Let's say he goes to Houston at 13. Baltimore at 14 is scheduled for McDuffie. He's off the board. Man, I really hate to do this. Baltimore gonna take Jameson Williams. They gonna get him a youngster to pair with Lamar Jackson in this division where everybody got a nice young receiver. I think Jameson Williams will go 15 right there. So let's just go back through 11. I got Derek Stingley going at 11. I got Trent McDuffie, cornerback, going at 12. At 13, I got offensive tackle Charles Cross going to the Texans. At 14, I got Jamison Williams, receiver going to the Eagles. I mean to the Baltimore Ravens. I'm sorry, 14 going to the Baltimore Ravens. At 15 with the Eagles, I think you might see the first linebacker come off the board. No, you don't. The Eagles gonna take Jordan Davis. The Eagles gonna take Jordan Davis at 15. At 16, hold on, y'all. Okay. At 16, with the Eagles. So, and this is where, so the comment says James Davis. I appreciate the comment, James. I'm definitely shouting you out on here. Appreciate you tuning in. I seen some people. James says he's seen people picking George Pickens in the top 15 because if he's healthy, he'd be a steal. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. There's so many receivers in this draft. You know what I'm saying? And I said it 5 to 6, possible 8 can go in the first round. George Pickens is one of those guys I can see going in the first round. Well, I mean, let's look at Philly team. Because I see this at pick 15 when I say the Eagles. I just think, for one, Ben Graham got hurt. I think then they just lose Fletcher Cox, or did he come back? But he old. Jordan Davis, to me, probably should go higher. But it's just a lot of these teams in front of them got defensive tackles, but not necessarily defensive ends. The defensive ends is a little more prominent position, receiver. I think Jordan Davis definitely goes 15 to the Eagles. Now, could the Saints take George Pickens? The Saints could take George Pickens. I mean, it just depends on if you got George Pickens rated higher than Sky Moore, Watson, Burks, because Burks still on the board. I ain't even pulled him off yet. It just depends. If it was you, James, who would you? If it was George or Burks, who would you take? You know what I'm saying? That's my question to you. But I think the Saints go receiver right here. Yeah, I think the Saints go receiver right here. But I say they take Burks. And I say they take Burks because you got Michael Thomas, who is virtually, you know what I'm saying? He possession, everything. He ain't got top line speed. He can break tackles, but he ain't the guy that's going to really, he a possession receiver. Chris Carter in this day and era. And that's a high compliment because Chris Carter has some of the best hands ever. But I think they take Treylon Burks right there at 16. I just think that fits more where they at and what they got for their team. So then you got the Chargers at 17. And this is really interesting. Jordan Davis gone. Treylon Burks gone. They defensive line lightweight nice. With Mack and Bosa, you got Derwin. They got J.C. Jackson. Can we see our first linebacker go off the board right here with the Chargers? So I'm gonna say Nakobe Dean goes here to the Chargers at 17. I mean, they didn't have such a nice offseason. I'm gonna say Nakobe Dean at 17. At 18, we go back to the Eagles. You know what? I say the Eagles take Jermaine Johnson. They get Jordan Davis. They dudes getting older. They in a division where everybody got a nice defensive line. Jordan Davis and Jermaine Johnson will definitely be two guys that'll help that defensive line. Jermaine Johnson, a guy they can move around, could probably learn from a Ben Graham. So yeah, I'm gonna go Jermaine right there for the Eagles' second pick at 18. Then you got the Saints right back at 19. They took Burks right there. I think this center. I think is it this center? Do I want to put this center right there? I think they need some offensive line help though. Penning the guy that's ready to go in the first round, but Tyler Linderbaum is a highly rated guy in this draft. I think the Saints could definitely go offensive line right there to help out their quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Jameis got hurt last year. They gave him another receiver, gave him a nice offensive lineman. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go there at 19. I'm gonna go Tyler Linderbaum, center from Iowa. So just to go back from my 11 through 19 picks before I get to the Steelers at 20. We got Stingley at Washington, McDuffie going to the Vikings, Cross going to the Texans, Williams going to the Ravens, Jordan Davis at 15 going to the Eagles, Traylon Burks 16 going to the Saints, Nakobe Dean 17 going to the Chargers, Jermaine Johnson 18 going to the Eagles, and Tyler Linderbaum 19 going to the Saints. So now this is where it gets real interesting in this draft. If this drafts fall this way, it gets real interesting because the next three picks are the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Green Bay Packers. And everybody and their mama know the Green Bay Packers want to receive. Now, according to my calculations, Wilson, Olave, London, and Burks are all off the board, and Williams, by the time we get to pick 20. So, what does the Steelers want to do? They don't need a defensive. They don't need a front seven on defense. They definitely need secondary help. And I think they need offensive line help. So, and they need a quarterback. So, the quarterback that I think, I don't know if, I don't know if they take Kenny Pickett with the first pick at 20. Even though that seemed like the slot. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that seemed like the slot. I think, getting this far and seeing this, I think two teams, when I get to this point, that I think could trade up with teams that's willing to trade back, are actually the Steelers and the Packers. Because once that first receiver starts going off the board, the Packers gonna get nervous. They need a receiver. They may be willing to trade up. It's Aaron Rodgers. They got to be aggressive. They might want to come up and try to get a Drake or a Jameson Williams. I think that's very possible. Um, who they got? Christian Watson. You know what's so crazy? Wait, let's go back, bro. All right, so let's go to the Steelers. With all that's being said, with the best players on the board, Devin Bush was injured. TJ Watt, they need secondary help. Bro, I'm gonna be real. I think the Steelers take Daxton Hill at safety because um Minka Fitzpatrick needs some help. You know what I'm saying? He needs some help. So I'm gonna go Daxton Hill at 20 to the Steelers. You got the Patriots at 21. I think the Patriots gonna draft the best player available. They're not gonna take a quarterback because they don't need one. So I can see Devin Lloyd, linebacker. They say N'Kobe Dean. I see Devin Lloyd because I think N'Kobe Dean gonna go back to the Chargers right quick, bro. Who they got the Chargers picking? Because I ain't even pay no attention to that when I was doing my thing. Jordan Davis, he ain't gonna be there. But man, bro, and they bet not let the Chargers do that neither, bro. Can you imagine the defensive line with Jordan Davis, Joey Bosa, and Khalil Mack? Man, we not doing that, bro. We NFL bet not let that happen. All right, y'all teams better do y'all damn job. All right. But I'm gonna go. Oh, my phone died. Oh, it didn't. My God. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Daxton Hill at 20. I'm gonna go. He gonna go. Yeah, he going to the Steelers at 20. Best player available uh for the Patriots. They gonna go David Lloyd. So that leaves Green Bay. So this where I go back to James, man, bro. Christian Watson or Carl Pickens. But I think they go Christian Watson. 6'4", 6'5", playing with Aaron Rodgers. I think they go. I think that's what they do. The Cardinals at 24. They might take the George Karlaftis. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry if I mess your name up, bro. But defensive end from Purdue. I see him going to the Cardinals at 24 if the board fall this way. Then you get to the Cowboys.
That's 23 for the Cardinals.
23. Yeah. Okay. 23 for the Cardinals. Yeah, okay, because I said 25, my fault. Yeah, 23 for the Cardinals. They probably definitely gonna go defensive end. They just lost Chandler Jones. They want to keep that front seven young and intact. I gotta hit up Arizona Al and see how he feel about that, because he definitely will have more insight than me. When it comes to the Cowboys, the Cowboys probably wanted a linebacker, but the top linebacker's gone. They might take David Ojabo. David Ojabo from Michigan. I could see him going. I could see him going to the Cowboys. Who they got? Arnold. I don't even know what he ranked on her. I don't even see his rank on her. He ranked 38th. Yeah, no, I don't think they go there. I think they definitely go Ojabo for sure. So then you got who after them? Uh, the Buffalo Bills. In my opinion, bro, the Buffalo Bills need a running back. In my opinion, what's the highest red running back on here? Kenneth Walker at 44, not at 5'9". Bryce Hall at 5'11". I think Bryce Hall goes. I think Bryce Hall be the only running back going the first round. I think he the best running back in the draft. Um, and I think that's a position of need for the Buffalo Bills. Um, yeah, Buffalo. Yeah, we going running back. Bryce Hall, 25th. So then we get to the Titans. The Titans gonna draft a quarterback. They say they're gonna draft a guard. The Titans gonna draft a quarterback. So by the way the Titans play, I'm gonna go Matt Corral. I'm gonna go Matt Corral from Ole Miss. He going to the Titans at 26. Tampa Bay at 27. Tampa Bay definitely going defense at 27. So I'm gonna say Tampa Bay definitely going defense at 27. Devontae Wyatt. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Devontae Wyatt went. I wouldn't be surprised if Devontae Wyatt went to Buffalo, but I just don't feel like that's Buffalo's most pressing need. And I don't think taking Bryce Hall that far back in the draft is a reach. Because they already got Devin Singletary. They got Zach Moss too, but Zach Moss like a third back to me. Situational pound guy, change it up. But I think Bryce Hall could be every down back. Him in a combination of Devin Singletary with what Josh Allen brings to the table. Now, don't get me wrong though. Buffalo could go receiver at 25 too. You could see a George Pickens or a Scott Moore come off right there. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think that's very possible. I'm giving them Bryce Hall though. Green Bay coming back with they scroll back down. No, go back to the Titans. Okay, yeah, I got the Titans saying Matt Corral. Okay, so Devontae Wyatt, yeah, I can see Devontae Wyatt going right there to Tampa Bay. Green Bay took their receiver. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I got Green Bay taking 2 receivers. They probably gonna take George Pickens too, or Scott Moore, depending on. I'm gonna say George Pickens. So George Pickens and Christian Watson going to Green Bay in the first round. That gives 7 receivers in the first round. Then you got the Chiefs coming up. In my opinion, if the Chiefs do go receiver right there, they'll probably take Jahan Dotson. Even though, in my opinion, they probably take, and I'm gonna go Andrew Booth. I think the Kansas City Chiefs take Andrew Booth right there at 30. Then you got Cincinnati at 31. With everybody off the board, with them rebuilding a line, I could see them drafting Kenyon Green at 31, offensive guard from Texas A&M. And then who got the last pick? Who down to the last? Who the last? Who last? Oh, Detroit got the last pick in the first round too. Why don't say this? Oh, it do say that. Oh, that's crazy. Bruh, they about to get. Yeah, Malik definitely going too. Malik going too. I'm going to tell you why Malik going too. Because Detroit got the 32nd, the 34th, and the 34th pick. My dingy ass was looking at the first round when I seen they had the second. So they got, oh yeah. So Detroit already took their quarterback. I can see them trying to shop Golf and being willing to take some of that contract, but I think they're gonna let him play it out. Uh so Detroit at 32 gonna take Boye Mafe from Minnesota. I think they gonna make him a pass rusher, dual threat. Um And man, yeah, I'm gonna just conclude with the first round right there. All right. So we gonna run this back. We gonna run this back. We gonna run this back. All right. Neil number 1, Malik number 2, Malik Willis number 2, Aiden Richardson number 3, Kyle Hamilton number 4, Akeem number 5, um, Drake London at 6, Sauce Gardner at 7, Garrett Wilson at 8, Kayvon Thibodeau at 9. That was Chris Olave at 10. Chris Olave at 10. Derek Stingley at 11. Trick McDuffie at 12. Charles Cross at Kobe Dean. What had happened was, hello, am I back?
Yeah, you
I've been
good.
streaming for a minute anyway. Am I back?
Yeah, you back.
Okay. Okay. Kobe Dean at 17. Um, Jermaine Johnson at 18. Tyler Linderbaum at 19. Daxton Hill at 20. David Lloyd at 21. Christian Watson at 22. George Kalaftis at 23. Who the fuck did I give Dallas? I was doing so good. Who I give Dallas? Get out of here. I forgot who I gave Dallas, y'all. I ain't gonna even hold you. I usually don't slip up on shit like that, but I definitely just slipped up. Uh that's crazy. Did I even give Dallas a pick? Did I skip Dallas? I know I said a pick for Dallas. Did I say who down here? Not Hill. They ain't gonna go offensive tackle. Did I say Devontae? Nope. Devontae Wyatt gonna go. All right, I'll come back to Dallas. My fault, Dallas fans. I forgot who I said y'all was gonna get, but I do remember when I said Bryce Hall, going 25, and then Matt Corral going 26 to the Titans. Devontae Wyatt 27 to the Bucks. I got George Pickens going 28. And I got Booth going 29. Oh shit. Kansas City got the 29th and 30th pick. Oh shit. I think I skipped some shit for sure. And then you got the Bengals. I skipped one of I definitely skipped one of the Chiefs picks. So they gonna go corner. Probably gonna receive a two, bro. I said they gonna go Jahan Dotson. I did say they're gonna go Dotson. Oh no, maybe I didn't skip one. Yeah, they gonna go. Okay, so I got them going Dotson. I got them going Dotson and Booth at 29 and 30. George Pickens going at 28. Devontae Wyatt. Um, Boye Boy Madafi, Boye Mafi. I'm messing his name up. From Minnesota, he going to the Detroit at 32. But who did I give Dallas though for they pick though? I don't think they go offensive lineman. They got a D. Did I give them a pass rusher? George going here. Damn, y'all. Oh, David Ojabo. That's who I said was going to Dallas. They gonna get David Ojabo. That's what I said. Cause I got three Michigan defensive players going in the first round. With Hutchinson, Hill, and Ojabo. That's what I said. All right. So listen, I appreciate everybody who listened to the stream. You know what I'm saying? I know my shit be a little erratic sometimes. I just be coming off freelance off the top, fucking with y'all on this shit, you feel me? I do have those where I come all uniform and I got it all laid out and things like that. But I kind of like these freestyle events because I feel like I can get more involvement in, you know what I'm saying? And people can really get a feedback. It's some stuff. You know, when you write it all down, you get to cover everything. So, you know, but sometimes you want to leave the mind of wondering. You know, I want people to ask, you know, what did you think about this? You know, I listened to it. I hear you didn't mention this. You know, what's up with this? You know, I'm looking for this interaction. So I am DeeTrynt. This is Game Changer Sports Talk on InDaStreetzSportz. Sports. We appreciate everybody who be liking the streams, following, tuning in. You know what I'm saying? But give your feedback, man. Email us, man. Listen, DeeTrynt at gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? InDaStreetzSportz. Like you can email us, bro. You can inbox us. You know what I'm saying? On any of the social platforms. It's all love. You feel me? We love Cleveland. We love sports, man. But this is DeeTrynt. I am Game Changer. This is Game Changer Sports Talk on InDaStreetzSportz. We just went over a little mock draft for the first round coming up for the NFL Draft 2022, which is going to be aired on ESPN April 28th at 8 p.m. All right, 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all follow, like, share, squad. We'll holler at y'all later, man.